If you are following directions correctly, then you're watching this video. So good job. Today you're going to read a story for characterization, which means you need to think back to yesterday where we did the little AWOL characterization map and find your notes. So first thing is find your notes from yesterday. You didn't turn anything in. It should be a bubble map, and it talks about direct and indirect characterization. And then you had this acronym that we're kind of going to use to talk about people's actions, words, opinions from other people, looks, and thoughts. So find your notes. Second thing is you're going to read a story called Mother and Daughter in the textbook. I don't do page numbers, so look in the back of the index by title, and you'll find the page number for Mother and Daughter. You also need to pause right now and pick up a copy of the actual handout from your substitute so you know what to do. There's a bubble map on each side and then a place on the back, so you're going to pick that up right now. If you have that paper, then it should make sense. You're going to make two different bubble maps, one about the mother and one about the daughter, and they both have names. So don't write mother in one. Like when you read, figure out her actual name. It's not a super long story, so put names for each. I need you to remember to use evidence and page numbers for each of your judgments. So in the middle, you're going to put a judgment. To the sides, you do evidence and page numbers just like we did yesterday. And if you forget what that looked like, then look back at yesterday's finished example on Google Classroom. Once you've read the whole story and done both bubble maps, then you're going to compare and contrast the two characters. You're going to do a double bubble map, and there's a blank spot on the back you can use. We'll come back to that. So if you picked up the handout, it should look like this. Write the character's name in the middle. For one of these characters, you're going to know her thoughts. For the other, you're not going to know her thoughts. So it's okay to leave it blank. For words, you want to put actual exact quotes of something the women say. That would be the words. For actions, you give actual things they do that tell you what kind of person they are. You don't have to list everything, but look for things that tell you what kind of person someone is. If someone is highly described, like the mother, then you need to give actual descriptions, and then your judgment of her looks go right here. So actual descriptions as your evidence, judgment right here. What other people say about each person could go right here. People are going to say a lot about the mother, maybe not as much about the daughter. And then overall, what kind of person is the daughter? So you need to come up with a judgment overall, positive, negative, and remind yourself, are they static or dynamic, flat or round? Okay? Just like we did yesterday. So one's about the mother, one's about the daughter, and then in the space on the back you can make a double bubble map. There's no set number. It doesn't have to be 3 in the middle or whatever. Just look for things that are similar about the two characters and look for things that are different. So that's kind of your job today. I need you to make sure you turn in your work before you leave, whether you're done or not. You stick it in the red box, you turn in your work. I want to see how far you got today and how well thought out your process was. If you get done early, remember you have vocab words that are due on Thursday. And if you have nothing to do, you can always read. So make sure you know what you're doing today. If you have a question I can answer that no one else can answer, feel free to email me. But today should be pretty self-explanatory.